Hi, everybody. Welcome. Part 2 of sewing this Brunella bag, this gorgeous thing that we worked on yesterday. We left with the exterior all finished like this, and we are going to work on adding our sides, and then our exterior will be done. We'll turn that right side out, and then we'll do our lining. I think we'll be able to finish the bag today. I've got about 3 hours, so I feel pretty confident about that. We'll finish this in 3 hours. And I am sitting at my cylinder arm because for me, it was easier to do these side panels with my cylinder arm. So I'll try that again. And yeah, so for those of you who saw yesterday, I did actual piping on the sides here. I don't have a piping foot, but this cylinder arm foot can get me pretty dang close. It can get that 1/4 inch seam allowance on here, which is what I need. So I'm just going to do that again. If you have a zipper foot or a skinny foot for your industrial, that's ideal. I don't have one for my cylinder arm. Something I need to look into. I think, oh yeah, I think there's a different foot I can use. I'll have to look into that. But I'm just using my regular foot this time. And I recommended watching Love Lola, Rayvon. She has done some pretty good videos about piping and this bag. So go check her channel out as well. And yay. Good morning, afternoon. It's still morning here. I just took my, Oakley just laid down on the floor. She's hopefully happy for a while. I just took them on a nice long cold walk. I weathered the cold for the dogs. It wasn't that bad. It felt good to get out of the house. So, hi Tanya. Is it Tanya? Tanya. I'm always worried I'm saying that wrong. Natalie, Liz, yay. So hopefully everybody's getting the notice that I'm coming on live. Rayvon just released a tutorial on this bag as well. She did. So hers is a pre-recorded, walks you all the way through. So go check hers out. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Oakley's like, are you okay? Anyways, so I'm going to clip this on. I'm going to baste my gusset on first at 1/8, and then I'm going to sew it at the full seam allowance. That's in place of staples. If you want to use staples, you can totally staple all of these curves as well. Staples are great sometimes, but I don't love to use them all the time. I always end up hurting my hand. Like I always end up bleeding. All right, so we'll try and do this sitting at the cylinder arm here. It's not my favorite little setup. I still need a better setup right here. Okay, so we're gonna take it right sides together. Oh, I don't think I have the center of my base marked. So let me clip the center on this. I have the center of my gusset base, just not my bag base. And we're just gonna head into this, guys. We're just gonna dive right in and get this beautiful bag finished. Okay. All right, so we're gonna take this right sides together right here. How's that? I think I need it down just a little bit more. There we go. It's hard not to be able to see exactly what the view is. All right, there we are. So again, if you want to staple it, if that's what's easiest for you. All right. Fingers are already not cooperating. So you will need to do some clips into the side of your bag right here to get it to fit around this curve, just like you would any gusset. All right, and then I'm going to take it up here to the top, line that up. Is the view okay, you guys? I have the camera here because then I'm just going to turn it to the machine as soon as I'm ready to sew on this. Now you don't have to do piping on this bag, you guys. If you're like, ooh, that looks like something that I don't want to attempt, you don't have to do the piping. You could just do a folded over piece of vinyl to give it a little pop without the actual piping material in there. That's always an option. I've done that many, many times, and then you don't have to worry about what kind of foot you use and how close you get and all that kind of good stuff. So right here, I'm gonna do tiny clips, nothing big, like 1/8 of an inch, because our seam allowance is only 1/4. So I don't wanna go too big with my snips. Right there. But once you do those snips, it should fit in nice and snug. It's a pretty good fit. Okay, that's what one side looks like. And then I'm gonna take it up on this side. Okay. You're good. View's good. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, thank you. I talked to my sister this morning, and we were joking. I was awake at 2:30 in the morning again, just wide awake. And she laughed and said, so was she. Wide awake at 2:30. We think it's just perimenopause. And we were laughing how one of these middle of the mornings, we should just both hop online and do a live at 2:30 a.m. and see who's up. I'm sure we would get lots of other countries, which might be kind of fun. It's a little ridiculous and frustrating though. I was able to fall back asleep this time, but still. Ay, ay, ay. All right, and then I need to clip along this. We'll just have to have something all prepped and ready to go one of these times for when we wake up at a ridiculous time. It is a nice tight fit down here, so don't be afraid to like really stretch it and get it to fit in there, okay? That clip's not gonna fit. The overseas people would love that, right? That's what I was thinking. Be kind of fun. You might be awake too, Amber. All right, see? I know we would catch other people awake for sure. All right, dropping clips everywhere. So this is what we're looking at. I'm going to baste that on at an 1/8 inch first. Okay, let's do it. That's pretty good, right? Pretty good view. All right, so many clips. Yes, lots of clips for this. All right, so I've got my machine all set up here and ready to go. I'm gonna do a little bit bigger of a stitch for this basting first, okay? And I think I like to go this way. Because on my flatbed, I would take it under this way. But for the cylinder arm, the idea is you can come down and around that way. So, all right. Let's do it. And I didn't switch chairs. I forgot to grab my my stool. So we'll see if we can do it at this level. I think I can though. All right, holding my threads. Oh, and you know what? I'm gonna start my basting stitch. I just remembered, I was thinking this. I'm gonna start my basting stitch down a little bit because we're doing a drop-in lining And I want this seam to be able to lay flat. So I'm gonna start just a little bit farther down with the baste. All right. I think this machine and I are slowly becoming friends. Don't want to jinx it, but I think it's happening. Okay, I'm not going to go all the way to the top, again, because I want that seam allowance to be able to lay flat, so I'll probably stop like right here. Okay. You've had a challenging time getting the feel for yours, Jessie? Yeah. I mean, me too. Me too. I think my issue is I'm not on it enough. I need to, whoops, I just turned off my comments here. Sorry. Bringing the iPad over here so I can see y'all. All right. So I've got that. I want to make sure all my layers are basted. That moved just a little bit there. So did that one, but I think we're okay. I'm going to trim it down though, because I want it, see, it kind of moved a little bit. It'll be okay for the overall shape of the bag. I just want to be sure that this next go around, I'm even Steven. Looks good everywhere else. Let's just trim. Slipped just a tiny bit. Okay. Sorry, I just heard my phone make a sound, so I need to turn off my ringer. Okay, so now I'm going to go around at the full seam allowance and hopefully get nice and close. Here we go. I'll put my stitch length just a little bit smaller. And now take it at that full seam allowance. New friendships take time and new experiences together. So true, Carol. So true. Oh, this moved a little bit. Just a minute. It moved while I was resituating because I didn't have my needle all the way in. That happens. I think the hardest thing for me for sewing with this machine is figuring out how to hold my material while I'm sewing. That's my most challenging part of this machine. See, it moved again. I'm tempted to take the other side and try it on my flat arm for this part and see which is easier, like based on the cylinder arm, and then sew this part with my zipper foot. Maybe we'll do that to just kind of compare the two. I don't know if the cylinder arm comes with different feet. I would imagine it does. Right? I haven't looked into it. Mine has a needle down positioner. Yeah. I was silly and opted out of that. Silly me. All right, let's see what I did. Let's see the damage. All right. Again, this wouldn't be as challenging if I wasn't fighting my piping. That's my main thing, is I'm kind of got the piping in there. So yeah, I can tell right here it did not get close enough. It's close here. It's just not cooperating like it did for me last time. Because this time I'm on camera. I can tell I'm not close enough. I may switch over to my other machine. There is a cylinder arm group, is there? Okay. There, I think this round was much better. There we go. Much better. Okay, that looks good. Yep. You guys see that? That looks pretty good. All right, let's try the next side. Here we go. Second verse, same as the first. I don't know, maybe I will have to get out. See, this is why I have a hard time working at the cylinder arm. Like, do I have to move to a different area every time I need to do something like this? There's nowhere to put stuff, guys. Erg. Just dropping clips everywhere. Oh, yay. Yeah, after I sew on my cylinder arm, there are so many clips on the floor because they just all fall. I have nowhere to put them. Super frustrating. And I think at a certain point, I just start throwing them on the floor. I'm like, fine, just go there. One for the bag, one for the floor. That's right, Lori. Ay. Okay. For me, this is the hardest part of the entire bag. Right here. This is it. If you can get through this, you're golden. This is why I didn't do this late last night. I'm all, nope. There was no way I was doing it. I wonder if it would be easier to sew from the gusset side. Then the arm would not be touching the inside. Yeah, so I'm going to try it this time the other way. Let's try it the other way and see if that's a little easier. Just join and saw your challenge on the gusset. The weight of the bag falling towards the floor will contribute to the, yeah, okay. That is good to know. Thanks, Katrina. Let's try it the other way. See, that's the other thing with the cylinder arm is that I need to practice more on it and figure out what works best with how I'm sewing things and positions and how I need to hold things. Like it's a whole new skill set that I need to gain, I think. So this is good. This is good practice, guys. I do love the machine. It's a great, powerful machine. Sewing clips are the grown-up equivalent to the almighty Lego, for reals. The worst thing is my dog Oakley, she'll take a clip and chew it and break it and leave all the pieces outside this room on the carpet, and I can't see them, and I'll step on the metal. Oof. Another reason why I wear my shoes down here. All right. So you guys are saying I should sew going this way this time. Let's try it, right? Is that what I'm understanding? I think that's what I'm understanding. All right, let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to baste again first. I'll start a little bit down here. Gosh, I still need to adjust my knee lift here. Just a little bit more. See, if I do it this way, then shouldn't I just have the table on? Like, this is the same thing as sewing at my flatbed if I do it this way. Am I not thinking about that correct? Yeah, it's the same. That's what I thought. Okay, so for this second round, I'm going to put the zipper foot. Let's see if we get a better sew around on it. Or, yeah, I should have just put the table on, huh? This machine does go through these materials so fabulously, though. I have to say, like, it's just like not even a chore. All right, let's see if that's better on the basting. I got it. Yep. Oh, that was much better, you guys. Yep, it didn't slip. All right, what do you think? Should I do it on this machine or should I take it and put my zipper foot on? I think it prevents you having to smush your bag. Maybe that's just me. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so, okay, let's just try it again on this machine. Let's do it. And we'll try to do it the other way. We'll try it this way so I can follow the actual gusset too. That might help. Hold my threads. There we go. Jennifer says, by the looks of that machine, it looks like it would sew a car. It would definitely sew the upholstery of a car. Absolutely. Okay. Let me see. Oh, I went a little wonky right there around the curb. And kind of feel it, right? Oh, no, it feels okay. And right there. Let me just fix right here. I can see where my stitching kind of went. Right. Let's see if I can fix that. I think I'll go from this side. Let me just fix this corner. And then we'll turn it right side out and see if I did a terrible job or not. All right, I think that was a little bit better. Yep. All right, you guys. Here's our true test. Let's turn it out. Let's turn it out and see what I got. Let me see my image control if this is good. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think the biggest part about learning the cylinder arm is figuring out how to hold everything as you sew, honestly. That's been my biggest challenge with it. It's a great machine and it sews fabulously. I just need to learn how to hold everything and how to place everything as I sew. All right. I am by no way a professional at this piping yet. I think I need a different foot to make it look really good, but it's okay. It's not the worst. I think it looks pretty good. Okay, no puckers. It's smooth. It looks pretty even. What do you guys think? It's okay. It's a little bit wider than I want it to, but I can't really get any closer than that with this foot. So it is what it is. My little tape is coming off from manhandling the bottom here. There we go. That's it, guys. That's my exterior. Yay! I think it looks good too. Thank you. It's pretty. It's very pretty. Okay. There it is. Okay, are we ready to work on our lining? I think so. Oh, that's cute. All right. So let me get my camera back over. We are our worst critics, yes. Oh, 100%. 100%. Let me plug my iPad back in and we will go to the other machine. Okay. Let's do it. My camera's like, all right. Sorry. Give me a hot second with this thing. Okay. Exterior done. Let's go to our lining. Hi, Rose. We just finished the exterior of the bag. Now we're resituating at this machine here. I should have just set up 2 cameras. Next time. All right. Here we go. All right. We are going to do our slip pocket side first. So let me grab those pieces out. This, yes, this is my slip pocket piece. And then I am doing a tiny little top of that. And then this piece is my center lining. Okay, here we go. Happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. Okay. This is my little top piece that I put over the raw edge of the slip pocket. I'm just prepping that center line with tape. I always cut mine a little bit longer than the slip pocket so I can trim it down evenly after I put it on. So it'll be a little bit longer than my slip pocket. Okay. So for mine, what do I do? Does it go in the seams? Just a second. I forget. Yeah, it just goes all the way like that. So all we have to do is baste this top together, add on our little vinyl piece. I'm like, do I have a tag? I wanted to put a tag. I don't know if I have one. I'll do a sew-on tag on the next one. And then this one is, yep, measured down. Measurements are in the pattern. I'm doing just a little bit farther down than she has in the pattern. totally up to you. I had those happy face tags. I did. I don't know where they went though. I think they're over on my cutting table. There's too many cords for me to get up and walk over there. It's okay. I have another cute tag to put on the other inside zipper pocket side, so I'll do that. Okay, I put it just below that center line because then that gives you room to fold it over and hopefully it'll be nice and even. And then I'm going to sew top stitch this on and trim it even with my pocket here. Okay, I'm going to sew that on and crossing my fingers that I can catch both sides. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to just line this up along the line I marked down from the top. Put a couple clips on that, and then I'm going to sew. I will separate this pocket. I'm just going to separate it in half, I think. You can do it however if you want like a smaller pen slot or however you want to do it. Okay, here we go. And then I like to just go up and come back down. Okay, very simple, super cute, slip pocket, done. And then you want to add your side panels onto that. So we're going to get our little side panels here that go here and here. All right, nothing fancy about that. You just add them on. And then I think I need to get another bobbin winding while I sew. I may be kind of low, so I'm going to hook that up real quick too. I need to double check my seam allowance too. Let me double check my seam allowance. Okay. Hold please. Let me get another thread on here with a bobbin going. I have an empty I have so many bobbins and they're almost all full with thread. That's insane. Okay, here we go. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to sew on these sides and then I'll press them out towards the side pieces and top stitch. Just like this. And then I'm top stitching along the side piece. Tony, I just filled your order this morning, Tony. Thank you for the order. I try to just wake up first thing in the morning and fill orders, so. All right, there's our slip pocket side. It's not done yet. We're going to be adding a zipper panel closure here, so I will just put that aside. We're going to do the other side of the lining, our zipper pocket side. And we'll get that made. And our zipper lining. Okay. And tape. We need tape. Here we go. Let's do some taping. And then we'll install our zipper. So I'm taping along the top edge here. And the bottom edge of this. And the top and bottom of this. Hi, Rosa. Hi, Molly. You overslept? I'm jealous. I would love to oversleep. All right. And then let me get our zipper tape. And we need a pole. Where are our zipper poles? There we go. Hi, Wendy. All right, I really like these tags. It says, it's a good day to have a good day. So I think I'm going to do this one. I put this one in on my last one too. These are Heart Wouldn't Hide ones. I don't know if they're still on her website or not, but she always has such cute tags. So we're gonna, I need to use more of them. I need to remember to use more tags. So we're gonna do this one. And I'll put it like, I don't know. 1.25 inches down. That looks pretty good. Right there. That's cute, right? Let's sew that on real quick. Can you guys see that? Do you need it like closer? Can you see how cute that is? It's adorable. Oh, that's not good. Sorry, I'm trying to get it in the camera. That's better. All right. Here we go. All right, tag installed. Here we go. So I just want to mark the centers. Wendy, I watched the first part of this morning. It's so fabulous. Yay, I'm so glad. Thank you, Wendy. Rosa, I've ordered a lot of stuff from Tulip Bee, and so far everything is beautiful. Still waiting on some more. Yay! Thank you, Rosa. I know Annette is grateful. All right, all my centers clipped. Now let's do this zipper. I'm going to take off this piece first. Zipper right side with this panel here. And then I'm going to put my lining and sandwich that on top. All right, there. Sandwich that together. And then we'll sew that on. Make sure you know where your zipper pull is. Get that out of your way. All right. Okay, flip it. Wrong sides together, right sides out, and top stitch. All right, so then I want to take the bottom and bring this up. Somebody said they don't understand why the zipper pocket was so big in the bag. It's not. The actual lining piece is not very big, so it doesn't go all the way down to the bottom of your bag. It's a great zipper pocket. Okay, I'm going to line the bottom of that to the top of my zipper tape here. Hi, Stacy. Finally made it to the live. I've been on the phone for 1 hour trying to get a claim started with Amazon for a driver hitting our client's fence. Oh my goodness. Yikes, that sounds like a nightmare. I'm so sorry. I'm sure Amazon has insurance for their drivers for a reason, right? Okay, and then this top piece, right sides together, sandwich that on top along here. And then we'll sew that on. Yeah, all the Ring cameras nowadays, you can't really get away with anything in front of a house. All right, so you want to flip that up, just this top piece, and we're going to top stitch through that. All right, beautiful. Then I want to put on my side panel pieces. So when you sew on these side pieces, that should close up your pocket on the edges. Okay, so you don't have to sew that up separately. It's kind of nice. All right. Isn't it fun? I love this pocket too, Annette. It's so cute in the bag. I love that it's vinyl and it just makes such a cute accent in the bag. Agreed. They hit a cemetery fence and Amazon wouldn't start a claim without the order number. I told them no one in the cemetery ordered an Amazon package. That's funny. Oh, gosh. Cindy, you are welcome. All I'm trying to stay on top of the order fulfillment. Stressing out a little bit, but so far so good. Awesome. There we go. We have both zipper and slip pocket pieces done. So now I need to work on just my zipper panel. So let's work on the zipper panel. And I don't think I have enough. Did I do white on the back of the bag too? I did, didn't I? Let me grab some more white zipper tape because I think, yeah, I think I want it all to match. Just a second. Stepping over all the cords. There we go. All right. Here we go. I just kind of guesstimated on the length. And I think I need another zipper pull, don't I? I need one more zipper pull. Grab it. One more. Okay. We need to do the whole 90-degree turn thing. So let me mark out a line across. Okay, open it, pinch it at that line, and fold it up to the teeth, giving it that nice turn. I measured a 1/2 inch down, and usually when I do a 1/2 inch down, it kind of lines up perfectly with the side, and then I don't have to trim anything else off. Most of the time. Sometimes not. Okay, so it gives you that little turn. I'm going to baste those edges down, and then we'll attach to our pieces. Beautiful. I'm not even going to put my zip on. I'm going to mark a line straight across the back end. So when I reconnect, I know I'm connecting it the right way. See, I just put a little line going across, and that's going to help when I'm all done. And I'm just going to take this apart and do it separately. All right, so I have my zipper. What is this even called in the pattern? You know, my recess zipper. There you go. I've got my edges all folded. I've got tape on one side of them, and I start just below that fold right there. So about 1/4 inch down, and zipper right side with the exterior, and then I will sandwich the lining on top and then sew those two together. Just make sure your pieces kind of line up. Beautiful. This one, oh, this tape worked really good this time. A little too well. It's a little bit longer, so I'm just going to fold it and make sure it's even with the other piece. There we go. All right, sew that on. Okay, and then I'm going to fold those right sides out, and then I'm going to top stitch and baste the two layers together. I'll just put a couple of clips along this edge so I know they're together where they need to be. All right, here we go. I need to check my bobbin. Sounding low. Alrighty, that's the first side. Looks good. Let me check my bobbin. I forgot to grab my water bottle. I may have to go grab it in a minute. All right, fresh bobbin. Here we go. Let's do the other side. So you're pretty much repeating the exact same thing you just did, except now it's going the other way. That's the only thing that's different. Okay, sew it on. I don't know why, but I always dread making a zipper panel. I'm like, ugh, I wish somebody else could make my zipper panels for me. Is that weird? It's just one of those steps where I'm like, I don't wanna do it. I think everybody has those certain things in a bag, right? This is mine. Okay, here we go. I like the end result and I like having them. I just don't like having to make them, if that makes sense. It's like cutting out patterns. I would love someone else to do that step for me. That would be amazing. Okay, there is my zipper panel all done. It looks pretty good. I am not going to put it on yet. I am going to attach it to my bag first, and then install the zipper after. It's just a little easier to keep it separated. You can totally add the zipper on if you're like, oh, I can't do it with it separated. You could add it on and do it with it together. I'm just going to do it separately. Okay, let's add it onto our lining. I'm going to do my zipper panel side first, just because that's how I tell the direction of my zipper. Hey, we're on our last 2 pattern pieces, you guys. We're almost there. I'm a bit strange. I love cutting pattern pieces and cutting out in the bag. Okay. You can come cut mine for me, Tony. All right, so you want to lay your zipper panel. You want your zippers to go the same direction, right? So my zipper closes this way. So I'm going to lay it on top, right sides up, not down. Tony, can you be my best friend? Annette says for reals, right, Annette? All right. Basting that first. Tony, start a business. We'll all support you. I think she'll learn to hate it if we all take her to cut our bags. All right, and then you want to sandwich your top lining piece on top here, right sides together. Sandwiching that zipper. And we'll sew along there. Let me double check my seam allowance for this. Yeah, okay. All right, and then our top stitch, we want to flip up this top piece and our zipper panel, and you're top stitching on the lining. So your zipper panel is flipped up for your top stitch. awesome? My top piece is a little bit longer. I'm just going to trim it down. It's not going to be a big deal. That'll be fine. Try my center of that. Okay, so that's one side. So for the other side, you need to make sure if you have your zipper separated that now it's getting put on the other way. Now it's zipper is on this side, okay? So baste it first. Do I have the top centered? Nope. Ooh, yawning. Ears are popping. Okay, baste, and then I'll add the top piece. Thank you, Katrina. All right, here we go. Top stitch just like we did our other piece. Lining, top lining and zipper panel facing up, and top stitch on the bottom lining. I'm at lunch to work, so I get to watch until my students come back from art. I'm so in love with this pattern and your choice of materials. Thank you, Melissa. Guys, that's all of our pieces. We're going to put these two linings together, and then we have to fold down all of the top edges of the lining and exterior and just drop them in. Getting close. Okay, so let's attach these two. So when you attach your two lining pieces together, you're going to start at the regular seam allowance of the bag up top, and then you're going to increase it so it ensures a nice snug fit and you're not sagging, okay? So be sure to do that. And you don't need to leave any holes anywhere. Drop in lining, just do it. I was a little stressed when picking the materials for this second one because my first one I feel like was so pretty. I was stressed I wouldn't be able to do another one that was up to par, but I think this one is pretty good. I'm liking it. Okay, you want to make sure these seams line up right here. I forgot we have these bottom seams too. So I'm just making sure those line up. As well. All right. I'm going to sew all the way around. Here we go. So starting at that smaller seam allowance, and then I'll increase. And she tells you, yeah, it's a good 1/4 inch increase. And I just kind of take it all the way around without undoing it here. Thank you, Fran. And then remember once you get to this side to go back to that normal seam allowance, or else your bag's not going to fit at the top. All right, I'm going to trim down my seam allowance and then I'll box my corners. And then we'll prep it for the drop-in. I don't trim up here, just the bigger seam allowance you want to trim, okay? Don't trim your very top 2 corners. All right, let's box it. I'm just going to nest my seams down here. You can open them flat if you want, however you want to do it. Doesn't really matter. Thank you for linking the materials, Annette. All right, and you're gonna sew up those box corners at that bigger seam allowance. And then trim that down as well. All right, y'all. So here it is. Here's our lining. It's gorgeous. I love it. It looks good. So we have our line here. We're going to put tape all along and fold it down. What I'm going to do along here, though, that I find works pretty nicely, is I'm going to put a little clip right there. Not through my seam allowance, but right up to, so I can fold this flat. I'll do that on my exterior too. It just kind of helps with the whole process. And I'm going to put some tape along each side of that seam as well to flatten that seam. And then this will just take me a hot second to get everything folded down for the drop-in. So bear with me. I think I just saw Jess from Okla Roots use this grunge print as well for her most recent bag. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I saw that. So I'm just laying it flat. Okay. And then I want to get my bigger tape, my 1/4 inch tape for this fold down part. And I'm just going to put it all along my top edge and fold down my top edge to that line. Hi, Cynthia. We're still here for a little bit. We still got, I'm guessing, a good 45 minutes, so you're good. Okay, so once you have all that tape on, you're just going to take it off and fold it down. So I'm just kind of pressing it all on there. All right. Here we go. The sound keeps cutting in and out. Maybe try restarting your app, Alicia. I think that might be on your end. If it's my end, let me know. I don't know if there's anything I can do about it, but... yeah, try going in and out of the YouTube app. Alicia, that happens sometimes. Okay, so my top is all folded down nicely. Okay, now I'm going to do that to my exterior. So I want to open up these seams just like I did with my lining. So I'm just going to do a little clip. Don't do a huge clip, just a baby clip to get it to lay flat. Thank you, Cynthia. A little bit of a pain doing this, but when you go to sew it all together and all of these seams are laying nice and flat, totally worth it. Okay, so just take the time to do it. I don't always take the time to lay my seams flat. And I end up regretting it usually. Okay. All right, so all of my little seams there are all flat. Now I'm going to put tape all around the top inside edge and fold it down just like I did the lining, okay? That bag is stunning, and I'm not usually a purple girl. Well, thank you. If Cindy's on here, I definitely know Cindy hates it because she hates purple. We learned that. I don't mind purple. I think it's pretty. Okay. Here we go. Where would we be without double-sided tape? I don't know, Carol. Double-sided tape is so amazing in bag making, isn't it? So it should work out that it folds right down to your foam, right? So you're not going to be sewing through your foam. It should just be right down next to that foam. Okay, all folded down. Now we need to put the two layers together. Whoop, whoop. Oh, you guys, she purty. I don't like this little spot down there, but that's okay. She's still really pretty. All right, so now you need to decide which way you're wanting your lining to go in. I know I want my zipper pocket along the back. So we're just slipping her right in. This should go down really nice and line up. And now I'm just going to clip all the way around. Okay. And I will be top stitching this on my cylinder arm. I'm going to just mark my center. Where's my silver pen? I'm just going to mark my center right there so I can line it up with that center seam. Yeah, cylinder arm to top stitch. Why not? I got it all hooked up and it's ready to go, right? Might as well. Although I don't think, for those of you who don't have a cylinder arm, I don't think this would be a hard top stitch on a flatbed because it's a pretty big opening, especially if you do it from the inside of the bag, you should be fine. But I'm going to do mine on my cylinder. Hi, Cynthia. Got a couple Cynthias on here, huh? One handle, I just saw your thing, Rose, before you deleted it. We have to attach the second handle to the buckles, and I haven't done that yet because I wanted to make sure that they're going to hang equally. They're attached differently to the bag, so I want to make sure that they're equal before I attach them. So I'm waiting till the bag is finished, and then I'll attach the other handle to the front. Bye, Melissa. Have a good day at work. You know, and I could have attached my handles before I did all this, and I didn't. I'm just waiting till after as well. So we'll do that at the end. Handles and our zipper end cap. And our zipper pull for that matter. I haven't put it back on yet. We'll do it. All right. That's what we're looking at, you guys. So pretty. All right, I'm going to take this to the cylinder arm and we are going to sew it together. Yeah, it's pretty. It's cute. The piping's not perfect, but I really like it. All right, let's take her over. I may have to go grab my stool to sit correctly because I think I might sew better if I do that. So give me just a hot second to move machines. And we'll get this going. I just need to have a camera permanently set up at the cylinder arm, I think. All right. Be better. Thank you guys. Oh, much better. All right. Let me get, what else do I need? My scissors. Yes. My bucket of clips that I probably will miss. All right, here we go. Deep breath. Here we go, Mr. King. Let's do it. All right, on my last one, I started on the side panel that matched the thread, so I'm gonna do that again. You sure did, Sarah. Hello. Home stretch. Here we go. Hold my threads. Make sure your zipper panel is folded out of your way underneath. I've got my foot kind of walking high so it doesn't rip any of my vinyl. That's one of the nice things about this machine that I figured out. I have so many clips to pick up when I'm done with this bag. Looking good. Looks so intimidating. It really isn't. Like I said, half the battle with this machine is learning how to hold your bag while you sew it. At least that's what it's been for me. I do feel like each time I use it, it gets easier and easier. I just need to put the flatbed attachment on and just try sewing a whole bag on it and get really familiar with it. So that'll be my next step. Oops. Okay. There she is. I think it's pretty good. Ooh, baby. All right, so let's finish the last couple things. And then, I mean, she's pretty much done, right? All right. I'm stepping on so many clips. You have to do something 100 times before it becomes habit. Yup. All right. So, last couple steps. Let's do that. I've got my end caps here. I've got my handle. And then I have my other handle pieces here. Let's do it. Okay. Sorry. Let's maybe go like that. I'll figure out these cameras eventually, guys. All right, that's good enough. All right, so I want to put on my zipper pull right here. So let me get my piece here. Thank you, Connie. Kathy, I used my 1341 for my entire bag. I know, I need to contact Recent Relics for sure and figure out what else to get for my cylinder arm. It's on my list, on my ever-growing list of things to do. Right? All right, it's on even. Looks good. All right. Oh, losing all the screws. I'm going to make sure this screw is the right one before I attach it. Yes. Okay. Good, good, good. Always make sure your screw fits. Stay. All right. I'm going to cut mine just a little shorter. I feel like that's a little too long. And I like to do it at a tiny bit of an angle. I feel like it fits into the zipper pull a little bit better. Or the zipper end cap, not pull. All right, so I fold it, fold it. Let's take off the plastic. You could put a little bit of glue in there if you need to. I feel like they hold pretty well with the screw, but you totally could put some glue in there. Just slide it on. Okay, looks good. Okay, zipper on. So now I need to work on these handles, right? So I'm gonna do the long one first, I think. So the long one needs to go in and through here. But I need to figure out How far? I could probably measure. That would probably go a lot easier. How could I do this so that it's even? Is there a way? My buckles just turned out a little bit different. That's why if you're going by what she has in the pattern, you can do exactly what she has. But my buckles turned out just a tiny bit different. So I'm just kind of making sure here. That feels perfect. All right, so I have, where am I at here? 2.5. 2.5 through there. Yep. So I want to make my buckle marking about a 1/2 inch and centered. It's gonna lay up a little bit. I want it at 2.5. Okay, I think I've got it. So for me, I'm measuring 2.5 inches up, and I will put strap-ins on this. I think I want it right along. Let's try it. I have honestly never done a buckle before. Yeah. Okay, I think it's pretty even, so I'll add a strap end. Let me punch this one. It's really pretty with the buckles. I really like it. Nice little addition, isn't it? When you use that hole punch, how do you know it one to use for the holes? I'm just guessing, like the size of the hole. Okay, that feels pretty even. Yes, so cute. All right, so let's just add our handles on and then we'll be done. So for my handles, I'm gonna do the same thing I did on my last bag. I used this awesome template that I love from Leslie at Jolie Lee. It's for straps. It's got an A, B, and C. I use C and B, and it perfectly punches on each end, so I can just rivet on the handles. So that's what I'm gonna do. I line it up with the bottom of the handle here, and I make my mark there, and then I do B. So it's got my 2 holes, and then I'm gonna do that on all 4 edges. It just takes all the measuring and centering and all that kind of stuff out when you do this. It's fabulous. Okay. So they should be even and hang even and all that kind of good stuff. Okay. Get my rivets and put on my handles. Now, I would suggest if you want to do strap-ins on your handles as well, to make your handles just a little bit longer than what is in the pattern, because they're just tiny little grab handles, so they're kind of short. I think you need a little extra space if you want to do strap-ins on these. Come on. My hands aren't wanting to work. There we go. It didn't take me as long as I thought it would to finish this bag, so that's fun. That's good. That's good news. Oh, it's so pretty. All right. Let's see, which side do I want up? Does it matter? Yeah. Wendy, definitely add like an inch to your handles if you want to do that. I think it would be really pretty with strap-ins. All right, and then, is that it, guys? Then we'll just press that. Let's press those on, and then we're done. Oh, can't even believe it. I've made 2 Brunellas. That's insane. All right, let me get my press real quick, and we'll press this. I always get a little nervous when I press rivets on. There we go. I know. I do have my first bag for sale on my website. It's still on there. Nobody has wanted it, which is fine, but this one will be for sale on my website as well. So there's that. I'll show you guys both of them real quick before I stop the video so you guys can see the 2. All right, you all, it's done. Let me go grab the other one. And we'll look at both of them. Okay. Give me just a second. All right. So also, all right, you guys can see me? Is this okay? I never know with camera angles. Sorry, guys. All right. I'm going to show you the differences between the two here that I did. Oh, and I have a tassel. It's the month of the tassels. I made a tassel. So we'll just clip that cute little tassel on here, right? Yes. Look at that. All right. So here are my two Brunella. So they were done just a little bit differently. So this one, I used just rectangle rings and I did the tapered strap like she has in the pattern. Love it. Looks good. It was super fun to make. I think it's gorgeous. So I did my handles just a little bit differently on that one. Other than that, it's all the same stuff. So this one, I just did 1-inch wide handles. I used the buckle connectors. Had to adjust for the ones that I did. These are the ones I carry on my website. But, and then I used my really big chunky pulls on the back. How cute are those? That's it, guys. Go try one of these out. It's such a fun make. Seriously. Such a fun bag to do. It takes a second. It's not a quick sew, but it is a 100% satisfaction guaranteed sew. Does that make sense? Yeah, I will try and link everything in the description below that I talked about and showed you on this video, these last 3 videos. And these will both be for sale on my website if anybody's interested. And I think that's it, guys. It is seriously might be one of my favorite patterns of the year. And that's saying a lot. I sew a lot of things. This might be up there for sure. All right. Thank you, guys. I hope you have a fabulous Wednesday. And thank you so much for all your love and support and keeping me company. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. That helps me a lot. And we'll see you all guys later. Bye.